What is up, y'all? I had to make another live because the first one was full of troubles. Full of troubles. Full of troubles. But it's me, Smell, with the lip in the gap, and I am back. After taking a good old break from social media, I went live last night to get back into my groove, and here I am once again because I see I've been missing in action. I've been missing out on some things. So, if you're watching the bushes, if you are going to be watching this on replay, thumbs it up, share it out, drop a comment, leave your opinion. You know, my opinion is just the views of Mel the Lipstick Diva. What you gotta say is your own business. You feel me? And y'all know I'm sipping. I'm over here with my margarita mix and my tequila. We're going to get this thing started off right. Mel the Lipstick Diva is in the building. We're about to start this thing off. We are going to be doing some commentary around Erie Branch. I want to say her name is. She's the gal that gave us the insider on Foodie Beauty having a feeder and how her boyfriend compared her to Foodie Beauty and stated that he did not want her or desired her unless she looked like this big woman. However, her video here is I reached out to Chantel. This was published 6 days ago. If you guys would like to view this woman's channel, it's Erie Brach. It is, I did look up the name to figure out what this was, where it came from, and it appears to be a Irish name theme, such thing going on. So we're going to get things started off here shortly. If you got to go get your glasses, if you got to go get your wine, beer, food, whatever your guilty pleasure is, go do that. Go do just that so we can get these things popping off over here where I am, okay? And we're going to go ahead and proceed. I'm going to proceed with, because I got to see the comments. Oh, child, I can't work this computer worth nothing. I'm trying to get this computer set up so where I can see my comments and also see my video, what's going on. Oh no, hopefully I didn't hear that in the background. That's not what I was trying to do. I'm just trying to get to my comments on the other side so I can see everything that's popping off and going on. If it does have some comments going. All right, I think I got things all set up properly now. We're good to go. All right, we're going to go ahead and pop this video on and let's get started.
Just a quick warning, there will be a lot of jump cuts in this video because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather and I've been coughing a lot. I will have to do a lot of very, very awkward edits. Well, all of my edits are awkward, but today will be especially awkward. So enjoy! Hey guys. So the title of this video is not a clickbait. I did reach out to Chantal and I need to explain why. What happened with my confession video was a huge surprise to me. I never expected it to blow up. I never expected to have over 1,000 of people subscribing to my channel. I mean, when I recorded the confession video, I had under 100 people on my channel, something like 70 people subscribed to me. And I did not use Chantal's name in the title or Chantal's face in the thumbnail. So out of a 20-minute video where I was incoherently telling my story, I spent about 10 seconds mentioning Chantal.
I think that the reason why her video blew up is because people have started to talk about Chantel having a feeder. And the fact that this woman's video was titled Feederism led people to her channel, not even knowing that she was going to mention Foodie Beauty's, because this woman, I mean, when she stated Foodie Beauty's name, it was almost like, yeah, this girl, I know nothing of her. Now, we, neither of us as an audience, we don't know if she really knew her or what have you. But I know this is what really led people to her video, because at this point, Chantel is, trying to say, hey, I don't have a feeder, and this is what people are saying. And here you go.
And Candy, aka Hungry Fat Chick. So I was surprised when it all blew up a few months later, thanks to the gods of Reddit or Kiwi Farms, so I don't know. I don't know who started it, but still. Now that I have all of you lovely people here, I feel that
she had 2.8K.
I need to talk about certain topics.
Subscribers.
Certain topics that are considered taboo. And I feel a responsibility in the same time. And I'm not backpedaling. I said what I believe to be true, and I believed back then to be true. So that's that. But because of what I said, a lot of people came after me saying that I hate Chantal, that I want harm upon Chantal and all the women who, eat on camera. I got so many emails. Some people were simply nasty in those emails, but, I can't handle that. I'm a big girl. I'm no longer in my 20s, so I can't handle this stuff. But some of the...
She looks really young.
Of the emails contained threats, not death threats, but threats of, how I put it, use of force that is sometimes mistaken for a sexual contact. I hope you understand what I mean. So I got these threats as well, and I decided to watch Chantal.
Now, I know I give commentary around Foodie Beauty, but I wish not to have any emails, on this type of backlash. I mean, I guess she has really true fans out there, and it's kind of sick. Some of you people do not even know Foodie Beauty, or even other people that you consider yourself to be their fan. And then once you hear someone talk about them, you want to go after them with hate mail. That is not a good look, because what if a person feels threatened and have them track down your IP address, and then your ass is in jail because you're harassing another person over someone you don't even know and probably won't ever meet? All behind commentary. Think about it.
Well, again, I decided to go to her channel and see what's going on right now with her, because when I watched her the last time, it was not a very good look. She was trying to lose weight, but then she would eat some very unhealthy food.
The diet cycle.
That she didn't lose weight, and then she would tell some dirty stories in between, and she would skip from diet to diet. So yeah, now it's a very different look. Her channel looks very dark. She looks exhausted. She looks depressed, and I don't mean it, from a perspective.
Now, this is a person that doesn't even watch Foodie Beauty. She watched her in her prime where she was losing weight and she stopped. Now she's back on the channel. She's seeing that Foodie Beauty has been going through a diet cycle and that it looks very dark, as she mentioned, and she seems to be depressed. Yes, BB left her. She back with Pete's. Pete's don't even want her. Pete's about to end the whole thing. After the lease is up, he's like, he's out. Who wouldn't want to be depressed? You gaining more and more weight, and you cannot fight this battle with food.
Of a mental health problem, because I'm not a psychiatrist, but she looks as if something is weighing on her, and she looks very somber. And I saw in her live that she mentioned the whole situation with yours truly, and she said, I don't have a feeder anyway, and I'm not giving you an exact quote, but something along the lines of, I don't have a feeder because, you have to live with somebody to be in a feeding relationship. And this is what worries me, because she doesn't realize a very important thing. Feeding relationships, most certainly can be long distance. You don't have to live with somebody.
Girl, all those cash apps you getting, that's a feeder relationship.
Enough for the feeder to see your progress. Yeah, if you record it. And for the feeder to see a very large woman eating a lot of food, getting larger, putting on clothes that are too tight, and using a walker. This is like Christmas come too early. Yeah? This is a treat. And you have to understand something. Imagine you are a feeder or a person with any fetish, any specific niche fantasy. You live in the country, in a rural area. It's very hard in the rural area for a person to find a partner that, shares traditional views on intimacy. It's even harder for homosexuals to find partners if they live in the rural area, especially if they live in a very religious and strict state. But imagine being a feeder, or a person with a blueberry fetish, or a person that is just simply into S&M. Finding a partner, a willing partner, is very hard. So a lot of these people become online fetishists, online feeders, online doms, whatever. It's much harder to find a willing submissive than doms portray it to be. So a lot of feeders, I can see it on feeder spaces like DeviantArt or Tumblr. A lot of feeders, they have long distance relationships with their feedies. And yeah, most of the times the feedies are willing. And in terms of Chantal saying that, oh, it doesn't count because I don't live with these people. No, it does count.
Boom, right there. Chantel, come on, girl. You have a feeder and you just are so ashamed. You have multiple feeders. All the people that give you money, they're not giving you money to pay your bills. They're giving you money for you to eat more. That's what they enjoy. And they're sending death threats to other people that are bringing you down in a sense. Set if you put it like that. Because like you said, they're haters. They don't know what they're talking about. All those people, your fans that want to see you eat more and more, they give you money and they're giving hate mail to other people. I want you to keep that in mind.
Absolutely does count. When, people start shaming her for doing what I claimed she was doing, for having men paying her for content, why does it matter? It doesn't matter, okay? If somebody pays a woman to wear a wig and pass gas on camera, that's up to them.
She need to go to Pornhub with it. Or
but
what's the
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans?
It can be considered legal murder. It can be considered, most certainly, can be considered legal murder. And if Chantal was somebody like Candy, like Hungry Fat Chick, who knows the consequences, who knows what is going on with her, who doesn't want and never wanted, at least never confessed to wanting it, to become more healthy, to have a new life, to have, a different body. Hungry Fat Chick, she is a very, very sad, very unfortunate woman. I feel very sorry for her. But whatever she's doing, she is doing with full consent. Whatever Chantal is doing, I'm not sure she's doing it with full consent. At least from her latest live, it was very certain to me that she doesn't really understand what's going on with her and these people. Regarding that, I started thinking, why is she still doing it? Because she clearly wants to be in a different situation. She clearly wants to be healthy. In her previous videos, she admitted having a food addiction and a binge eating disorder.
This woman that came up here and said it, what we've said 1,000 times, that Chantel has denied us each and every time. She has a food addiction, and you don't want YouTube to cancel your channel. Okay, that's why she deletes a lot of her videos, because she does not want to be caught up saying those things to jeopardize her channel, to jeopardize her feeder money, to jeopardize her livelihood, because she baby can't get out there and work a regular 9 to 5. Imagine Chantel been working at a fast food place in the drive-thru. She's gonna be eating all the meals that go out the window, and I know it in Miss Hussey voice. I've been wanting to say that all day, and I know it. Let's proceed to listen to the video, shall I say?
And yes, now she deleted those videos, but thanks to reaction channels, they are available. And I Never had it, but I've known people who were food addicts. We went to group therapy together. And from what they were telling, food addiction is equal to heroin addiction or alcoholism.
I don't
So
agree.
It's very real.
I don't agree.
And nothing to be laughed at. However, I was thinking, Chantal knows. She knows she has a food addiction. She knows she needs help, and she said it. There was this heartbreaking video of her crying in her bathroom or something like that and begging for help and needing help. And it's heartbreaking, honestly. I started crying when I was watching it. I believe it's deleted now, but I watched it.
She don't want no sympathy because she deleted the video.
I was thinking, why is she doing it? It's not just for the food. I understand that she is very willing to eat that food. She likes food. She likes mukbangs. Well, she's an addict. She obviously likes what she's doing. However, I don't believe for a second she doesn't understand that she's killing herself. Of course she does. So why is she doing that? I just assumed, and I still believe that to be true from my personal perspective, that she feels trapped financially. Look, I don't know if she's legally disabled, but considering that she needs a walker to walk around, at least she bought one, I assume she can't do.
Wait a minute. Yeah. This ain't my first time hearing about this walker. I heard it on Miss Huzzy channel. I did not know Chantel got walker. I ain't putting it on her because I didn't know she had a walker, okay? Well, baby, when you in your late 30s, you're not 50. Man, I'm not even going to say 50 because there's some 50-year-olds and 60-year-olds that's out here looking good. But you're not 70 or 80 or have any disability that keeps you from walking aside from your weight. That is sad. I am not fat shaming you, baby. I'm just saying you need to look at your health. First and foremost, let me tell you something. If I got to the point where I'm so big where I need a walker, baby, give me the soup, the salads, and the fruit. I want to lose this weight and get it off me. Like, I can never see myself. The highest my weight has ever been my whole life is 250. I will never, ever get that big. Like, come on now, they make scales for a reason so you can know. They make belts, they make waist beads, they make your pants. When you go to get new pants, it doesn't mean keep buying bigger sized pants. That means buy the size you wore before and lose the weight. Because I refuse. I never wore 18 size in jeans. The biggest I've ever went up to a size in jeans was a 15. Okay? Yeah, nah. Chantel, she just don't want no help. She want to be fat and happy. Period.
Yeah. So it's either she goes on disability, which doesn't pay much. I would absolutely hate to go on disability at her age without, it being a result of a horrible accident. Or
she said everything I just said. And mind y'all, I have not watched this video. Hey, Tatiana, girl, you not late. Everything is all cool. I appreciate you for stopping through.
I had an addiction and I couldn't deal with it, and I didn't get help and I didn't seek for help. I would hate that, and she hates that too. That's why she's not doing it. She wants to be independent. She doesn't want to go on disability. I believe that, and this is understandable, and I actually respect that. You have to understand, without a degree, it's very hard to find a job that you could do from home and that would be, well paid. She doesn't have special skills like digital marketing or making websites, things you can do from home. It's just the first.
She does have a special skill, eating on the camera and being disgusting.
That comes to my mind, something to do with computers. She's not crafty like that other girl, Amy's life journey. Amy Ramadan, she's very controversial, and I will never forgive her for what she was or is doing to her kids, but she's crafty. She does handmade items. I think it's jewelry, yeah? But Chantal doesn't do that. I don't know if she has any hobbies or she can do any crafts, and I found a solution. I think I found a solution for her. So I reached out to Chantal, I sent her an email, and I hope she responds, and I hope she takes my advice. And I will read the email to you, and I'll put it on the screen. So here we go. Hi, Chantal. I have watched your recent videos, and I can feel how gloomy and exhausted you are. I feel incredibly sorry for you. I think you deserve better, and I think you are worth much more than you think. I can only assume that you feel trapped in your current situation. Please believe me. You don't need these creepy men to sustain yourself financially. It might seem like the only option, but that's because you don't see far enough. I have a suggestion for you, and for your own sake, please consider.
How many of y'all think the same thing I'm thinking right now? She's wrote this email to Foodie Beauty on the behalf of her feeling sorry for her. First of all, as soon as Foodie Beauty sees that someone saying I feel sorry for you, she's gonna start crying and blubbering everywhere and just be so upset, thinking that someone has something negative to say. Granted, I don't know what the rest of the email is about to say, but I just know she's gonna be negative up front. Let's continue.
You've got a nice timbre, especially when you are being yourself. I mean, when you are not trying to be forcefully sweet with your audience, or when you are straining and hurting your vocal cords whilst talking with your cats. I'm not being mean. Vocal and respiratory problems are my specialty. You could do so much with your voice. At first, while you are still healing and working on your health, you could be simply making voiceovers for virtually anything, from targeted advertisement to narrating audiobooks. And after you are more healthy, you could apply to work on your local radio station. You don't have to have a degree, just a nice natural material, which you have, in my opinion, and charisma, which is definitely possible to do more work on. I would suggest taking online speech classes or vocal classes. That's not as expensive as you think. Working on your articulation, phraseology, and vocabulary. After all, you have this instrument you can earn a decent living with. You don't need mukbangs. You don't need all these people. And trust me, you'll get tons of support and new subscribers if you decide to change direction of your career. Your weight loss and mental healing might follow suit the moment you get yourself.
So I'm gonna pause until before she finished. So I like her suggestion on what Foodie Beauty could do, right? Now I wouldn't really particularly say this is the way that she should go because I don't know what the woman wants to do, what her crafts, what degrees she may have. I'm not too sure of that. What I will say is I think that if Foodie Beauty went on an actual weight loss journey and took along her subscribers, she would bring along more people on the board in a positive note. She may lose some that just really enjoys her being hungry, eating food, and being disgusting. But I think for her to come out of that dark spot that she's in right now in life, it would be keen for her to go on a different journey, a weight loss journey, finding herself, going through therapy, something that will bring more positive thing in her life. And I'm not going to circle this around all about her losing weight because if she doesn't want to lose weight, that's her business. But she is very angry. Like so many of her subscribers already say, "Hey, is this a what did they say, a blogging channel or?" I forget. There and so many comments. People are crazy. They're like, is this a diary or are you gonna eat? Like some people are literally there just to see her eat. However, if she wants to change her life, she has to be the first person that wants to do it. I really hope she does read this email and
Out of this
respond.
toxic community, which keeps you trapped and dependent on fast food.
Mukbanging ain't for everybody.
If you decide to do that, I will be more than happy to be your coach, as speech and voice is something I work with professionally. Let me know what you think. Best, Rachel. Look, I understand that she gets loads of emails, and not all of them are nice. Some of them are hateful. That's why I titled this email Career Options. And this is the truth. I am a voice and speech professional.
I might need to get with Rachel. What's up, Rach?
In what
I
field,
need some voice
I work with
therapy,
voice, speech, and breathing every day.
speech.
So I think I could have been helpful, not only to her, I mean to anybody, if she decided to change her career for the best, to try to work with her instrument, because she might not even realize that she has this raw material that can be used, not for professional singing, because in order to develop a singing instrument, she must have started much earlier, professional singing instrument, the one you can earn money with. She should have started earlier.
Okay, she can't sing.
In your late 30s, it's physically speaking, it's not very easy. But she could do voiceovers and narrating audiobooks, it's a decent and stable income. It is. I did it when I was at college. It's fun, especially if you like the book. You have to know some tricks
First of all,
trade. You have to know.
I can't see Foodie Beauty doing no voiceovers for nothing but like maybe the Cleveland Brown show. She could probably voice over for the Sun, or maybe even maybe The Simpsons. You know, maybe one of those cartoon shows. I don't think that she has a very good speaking voice that to the point where I want to hear her read me a book or narrate. I can't talk myself, y'all. I'm over here sipping. I just don't want to hear her talk.
Certain things about articulation, phraseology, vocabulary, that kind of stuff. But, you know, if you have a nice timbre and natural low voice, it's always more preferable. Lower voices, they sound soothing to the...
Her voice ain't soothing, and I know it in Miss Hussey voice.
As much as higher pitched voices do. So that's why you have sports commentators with higher pitched voices, you know. And he's going with the ball, because higher pitched voices, they make you feel agitated and ready to go, and you know, bangs. But lower pitched voices, they soothe you.
Maybe I can do some voiceovers because my voice is a little bit lower and deeper. I don't have a high pitched female voice. Would y'all like me to read y'all a book? Would you listen to it?
There are all sorts of things she could do with her voice. And you know, this income, it might be not as grand as her current mukbang income, but it will be steady, it will be legal, it will be respectable.
So what she's saying is Chantel ain't doing something legal right now. What she's doing is illegal because she has a food addiction. She got feeders. That's illegal.
Catering to people who have these very specific views, okay? The moment she stops doing mukbangs, the moment she stops humiliating herself on camera for somebody else's gratification, you know, all the farts, all the dirty stories. I don't think
she keeps talking about this lady passing gas because her dirty stuff do.
Forced to do that. And that's, again, an assumption of mine. The moment she stops doing this, the moment she gets out of this community, the amount of hate she receives, it might stop if she changes the direction of her career and she starts a less self-destructive journey. Because her weight loss journey, the one she did before the mukbang journey, it was as self-destructive as the mukbang journey. She needs something else. And working with your voice can be exciting.
Just to pause again, I'm not really feeling the career path of voiceovers for Chantel. I feel like she should keep her channel, change the style of her channel, and once she gets on her weight loss journey, it's okay to every now and then do mukbangs because people out there do still maintain a healthy lifestyle and do mukbangs. They even have a lot of food on camera, but they do not proceed to eat all of the food, or they're sharing the food with someone else. That's the whole point. And she doesn't get it that people are looking at her like, first of all, you're doing these diet cycles, you're disgusting. On top of that, burping and farting. The burping is not so bad because a lot of mukbangers are doing burping. I'm not into those type of mukbangs, but the farting and taking the squats, anywhere you feel like it, you're parking in dark places so you can take a squat if you need to. That's disgusting. She needs to become more feminine. Because being a 38-year-old tomboy ain't cute if that's not your path. Because I feel like she likes men from BB and Peep's perspective. I don't think I've ever heard about her talking about women, but that's just me. Hey, who am I?
She will get to meet, albeit digitally, a lot of people when she's more healthy, when she's capable of having a full-time job. She could work for a radio station. She could be a news anchor. Yeah, I know it might sound...
Girl, now you know, why do you keep playing in her face like that?
I am working on a radio station currently. I will not tell which one, so don't try to dox me. But I'm working on a radio station, and I never had a specific degree to work on a radio station. I have a higher education degree, but it has nothing to do with journalism. She might not just understand it. She might not see.
She's trying to put her own career on this woman. Lady, you have a nice speaking voice, but don't try to put your career onto Chantel. Just say that you feel like she could do something else, something better for herself.
She doesn't hurt anybody else. You may consider her a horrible human being. You have the right to do that. You have a right to think that. But I hope she replies to me. I hope she
ain't, and I know it.
Because it might have never occurred to her that she could change her life. The moment she finds a different possibility to work. And, doing voiceovers, she could still have her YouTube channel. Have you ever seen this video on YouTube? I think it's Tolkien's Silmarillion. The Silmarillion, that's a tongue twister. Tolkien's The Silmarillion, narrated by, I think, a single person, a single man.
She says narrated by. I love her accent. Narrated. I can't even say it right, y'all.
Because people love this stuff, and not everybody can afford to buy a book or can afford to, time-wise to read one. So a lot of people listen to the books. Some people buy them online. Some people use YouTube. If you search narration on YouTube, you will see there is so much content there that she could have made if she worked on her voice first. Her raw material is good enough, in my opinion. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how she responds to me. I hope I did not come across as pretentious.
We're going to stop you right there because we know that she's not going to respond back to you. And that was pretty much the end of the video. We're going to go through a couple of these. Y'all, I told you I can't talk tonight. We're going to go through a couple of these comments and then we're going to wrap it on up. All right, so somebody commented on this video and stated the thing is she is extremely lazy and eating on camera for creepy guys is super easy and effortless. Actually getting a job voice acting. I don't know what they were trying to say. I guess a voiceover job, maybe, or whatever requires some kind of work, which she hates. So I think she's going to take the emails and insult and tell you to shove it. I really feel that way. She's going to tell this lady to shove it. Someone else stated, Chantel is a lost cause. Don't bother trying to get through to her. She's a bratty narcissist. She will never change. Not worth your time. You will grow and thrive and live a beautiful life after what you went through, something she will never have. Someone else said, considering her vocabulary when she is on live is very limited, which means she doesn't read a lot. Considering many times she repeats, anyways, etc. A lot of people that use fillers do have a shortened vocabulary. They usually don't know what to say, or being on live or just talking period is maybe not their thing. I noticed that with people when they say or anyway, like he said, that's very true. Someone said, I had to stop watching her. It's energy draining and makes you feel like you're suffocating. Almost like when she's in her car, huh? Her aura is definitely muddy. Just be cautious and stay protected. She is deep in her addiction and she's the only one who can get herself out of it. I really hope for her to one day get out of this depressing cycle and take charge of her own life. She creates her own reality. I agree, y'all. I cannot stand, most importantly, a woman that is so down on their self and always talking about the negatives in their life and then perhaps laugh about it. It's nothing funny about the things that you're going through. I really find it more positive when you try to work on them and take a step forward on what you really need that's going to be positive for your lifestyle. I don't care if you're big, small, short, tall, indifferent, have a funny looking face to some people maybe. Or if it looks perfectly fine to you, that's the aim. You have to have self-love before you take a step in making any type of change. Let's be real. I don't care what it is that's different about you from other people, but you have to first learn to love yourself as you are, and then you're going to want to change. Outside of that, if you keep wallowing and that puddle of your childhood or things that you went through in your life, you're never going to want to change. And it's funny, not to kind of compare her. I was looking at this documentary called The Darlene Chronicles. I don't know if anyone else watched it. She was a woman from the Appalachian Mountains. So she was a mountain woman. She was 28 when they first filmed her back in 1970, and she had four children. She had a husband, and also she had a man that she was dealing with. So the children were split up between these two men that were their fathers. Just really rough. People adapt to their surroundings, their environment, and just stay there, and they wallow in it until the rest to their life proceeds. And then they carry it on to their children, and their children end up disliking them. Luckily enough for Foodie Beauty, she doesn't have any children, so she has no one there to really resent her except for Pete. Pete, I feel like he's more so there to help her. We have to think as adults what we went through in our life. We don't know. Sometimes we will never know why we had to endure that from adults that were around us. For example, when I turned 28, that's when I finally realized some of the things my mother went through. I never had a bad childhood, so I can't compare it to anybody else's childhood. You know what I'm saying? But my childhood, I felt like some parts were just unnecessary or didn't have to happen, and they kind of traumatized me a little bit. I had to learn to stop wallowing in childhood things and become that adult that sat and thought rational about the situation and moved on. That was my past. I got over that hump to become a successful adult. And I just thank God that I'm here where I'm at, because I picked myself up and said that I was so grateful for who I have become, and having that self-esteem of I'm proud of who I am regardless, and was able to move forward and be where I'm at. When you're like that adult like Chantel, you're going to wallow until you're at your deathbed, or you're on your last leg, or until no one wants to be around you. So it's going to take her, regardless of us reaction channels, anyone around her telling her what she needs to do, what she should do. It doesn't matter until she take her best foot forward and say she's tired of living the life that she's living. She's tired of the dark spots in her life. She's tired of having those same conversations over and over, and she knows she's not doing anything about it. But I'm going to get off my soapbox to continue on a few more comments. You must be kidding. She'll take your email and trash it. She only wants to eat for a living, period. I agree. That was a very kind message. Too bad she's not at all interested in anyone's advice. She knows what she wants, and she knows what she wants is not good for her. And she's completely okay with that. Mm. Powerful. You are an example of a level headed woman that implements reasons and logic with your words for others to learn from. Thank you. I agree. I think this woman, Rachel, is a very level headed woman. She is very well spoken. She is not a person that is intending to inflict pain on Foodie Beauty or any other woman that she brings up in her conversation. She's just being real with things that she maybe have endured in her life. And she's just putting out there what she wishes or how she can help. And that's the first time I've heard anyone up here that's a reaction channel or giving their commentary on Foodie Beauty that actually offered to help. Like, I'm here to help you. Maybe some of the wording was a little off in her email to me, because of who Chantel is. You have to approach a person sometimes how based off their personality. You can't use a generic way of how you would approach anyone else. You got to learn that person and know how to grab their attention and get their buy-in. So it's like putting your sales pitch in there. Okay. That's great. You reached out to her. When I first found Chantel's years ago, I adored her and her channel at first. She just seemed like a bubbly, great girl. and then mentioned weight loss journey. And I've lost about 150 pounds myself, so I loved her even more. Wanted to be one of those viewers to cheer her on. But as time went on, it got very sad so to watch her. And I feel she's lost her way, and I sense she is tired and depressed too. I would love for her to find strength to get healthy and out of this toxic cycle. Loving your channel. Thank you for having your strength to tell your story and a voice to help others. Yeah, I recommend Erie Go Brach. I may be saying Brach is, I believe, how it is, but that's her channel. If you guys want to go check her out, I would say she has a really good channel. She's very good in presenting her story, and explaining things that she has went through. Um, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of comments up there, y'all. Y'all can go check it out. But that's my commentary for tonight. Again, I hope Foodie Beauty finds her ways. It probably won't be today or tomorrow. But I do want to go over that. I think I will do a video around that Darlene Chronicles, the Appalachian mountain woman. That was very interesting to find out about these Appalachian people. I found out about them from the Soft White Underbelly channel. I don't know if you guys watch that channel up here, but that's another channel I would recommend. He usually he interviews, like, he was done prostitutes, pimps, crack addicts, drug addicts of all types. Um, he has talked to people that have been inbred. Um, it's different. Like, it's different. I know people have done it before, but he's consistent with his content. So check him out. But yeah, y'all, it's me, Ismail, with the lip in the gap. Let me know how y'all feel about my videos. Let me know what you would like to see me do commentary on in the future. Because I'm going to have to let Chantel go, because it's nothing but a never ending cycle, over and over, over and over. And it's bound to crash. That's all I know. But that's all for me tonight, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all stay safe this weekend. Well, week. I'm sorry. The weekend's coming to an end. Woo. We're coming up to Monday. Y'all enjoy y'all Thanksgiving. Have a great one.